Okay, hello all. Welcome to I Love Ruby. So today I think we are going to see about loops. So what is loops? So possibly if you want to do something again and again, and then you will put you'll put that code in a thing called loop. Okay, so let me show you an example. So possibly you'll just get it. So right, okay, okay. So I've got a piece of code over here. So right. Okay, right. I need to. Okay, right. So what I just need to do is like, okay, like, let me just put CD. Okay, and let me just take this off. Right. Okay. So I've got a piece of code over here, and let me save it as countdown.rb. Okay, that's done, and let me run it. Okay. Okay, so if you see, it's a very straightforward program. So like I'm just using instead of put as I'm just using p in many places. So it with numbers it doesn't make much difference. Okay, so it just prints something. I am Zygo, I'm countdown for rockets and all those stuff. So that's what goes on over here. Then it just prints from 10 to 1, and then it just puts blast off. So this is a simple countdown program, and how to do this one in what to say using a loop. So there is a thing called down to in Ruby. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So let us put this program, right? Okay, like okay, its name is countdown one. Let me format it properly, right? Okay, so over here, okay, yeah, let me just run it and explain it once again, right? So you have this program countdown1.rb, and I'm running it over here, and it's almost the same. Yeah, it's all the output is exactly the same, but look at the lines of code. Okay, so the trick over here lies over here. So it is like 10 dot down to 1. So like imagine numbers that's been lined up like 10, 9, 8, 7 till 1. Okay, and it's been captured in this number. Okay, and so the first time it will be 10, so it will be captured in this number, that is like num, and we are just pnum, that is print num. Okay, so we are just printing 10, and once again when it encounters end it goes over here. And now since okay it's 10 down to, last time it was 10, now it will be 9. Okay, so 9 will come into the number, and sorry, num, and we are once again printing this num. So on and so forth, it will go till it becomes 1. Okay, and 1 gets printed, and finally it becomes 0, and it just comes out, and we print this thing like print blast off. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, so yeah, so this is a kind of loop, and this is a thing called down to. Ruby has got a lot of syntactic sugar, that is like it makes doing a lot of stuff easier compared to other languages, and that's how it is. Another simple loop is like if you want to do something many times. Okay, so you can use a thing called times. Okay, so let me put another file. Right. Okay, so there is this thing called times. Okay, so And okay, okay, times is there, right? And okay, so let me just make it look better. Okay, so yeah, so like in this thing, okay, what we do is like, okay, like we print something, and for 7 times, and you just open this, what to say, open curly braces and close curly braces. This is actually called as a block in Ruby, and you can put whatever over here you want, and it'll execute 7 times. Okay, so let me just execute it. Okay, so times dot rb. Yeah, hi, I'm Zygor. I'm going to tell what I know. Okay, and it says I know something 7 times. Okay, so that's how it is. So yeah, so as simple as this is. Okay, but actually instead of this curly braces, you can even put like do and end. So it also makes it's also the same thing. And okay, so okay, it's times. Okay, oops. If you have done something wrong, press Control C. Okay, either in Ruby console or in terminal or even in Linux. Okay, so yeah, this do and end. Yeah, whatever suits you, yeah, you can do it. But usually in professional stuff, people prefer do end and all those stuff. And in fact, like if you're working in Ruby, to say professional coding environment, they'll even make you go crazy. You might think like, okay, putting this, what to say, curly braces is okay, but they will insist putting do and end is only the right thing, and all other things are wrong and all those stuff. So sometimes, yeah, working in Ruby will be crazy, not because of the programming language, but because of the people you work with. Okay, so that's how it is, right? So yeah, anyway. Mm, so let me put another program. Okay, so this is very similar to times, and in fact, I've named it times one. Okay, okay, so let me save it. And yeah, like if you're watching this video for the first time and if you're new to Ruby, please type it on your own. Only then you will make a lot of mistakes and you will learn. Okay. Don't copy and paste. It's different for me. I'm doing it nearly for 15 years. Okay. So I'm doing Ruby itself for 15 years. Okay. So that's totally a different story for me. Okay. So that's how. Okay. So like now what I just want to do is like, okay, Ruby uh, times. Okay. Let me put underscore one dot RB. So what happens is, okay, so you have put 7 times over here. So the variable gets caught in this, sorry, the number gets caught in this variable A, right? Okay, and each and every time it just prints, okay, A, that is like the first time it will be 0, and I know something. So remember, like many programming languages, Ruby starts counting from 0. Okay, so the first time it will be 0, second will be 1, and so on till 6. But yeah, the total it will be of 7 times. So if you include 0 also till 6, yeah, it's going to be 7, right? So yeah, so that's how it works. So this is how you can even catch variables. Okay, so if you look at this countdown, okay, so here also you're catching the variables. Okay, and you can also do something like this one. All right, so both are the same, right? It's only your choice. Okay, like there is nothing right and nothing wrong. But of course, yeah, if you work in professional environments, they'll say do this, do that, and all those stuff. Okay, so but yeah, it all depends. Like once in a professional environment, when I wrote a very smart piece of code, like okay, oh god, is this not right? Yeah, maybe this won't work. Okay. Yeah, it works. Okay. So, yeah, so once in a professional environment, when I wrote a smart piece of code that was concise and all those things, they said, okay, they don't need it because other people who aren't smart enough needs to understand it. So all those things are there. Like it's not about like you alone or something like that, but it all depends on the team. It all depends on the obedience and all those stuff. So like, yeah, if you're not gelling with professional environment or something, don't think you're not smart. If you're gelling, don't think you're smart or what to say. Like it could be anything. It's all depends on your luck. Okay, so that's the thing. And we saw something like down to, and similarly we have something called up to, right? So down to okay, starts from a number and just goes down, and up to, what to say, it starts from a number, goes up. Okay, so that's how it is. So, yeah, so right. uh, okay, let me just put it, save it. Okay, right, and let me just try it. Okay, Ruby up to .rb, and yeah, that's how it is. Now let's see how it works. Okay, it's 17 up to 23. Okay, so if you put times and all, it'll start from 0 and all those stuff, right? With up to and down to and all, no, like it is from the starting number to the ending number, so that's kind of guaranteed. Okay, so like first time 17 goes into I and it prints 17, and of course it also prints a comma, and then it'll become 18, it'll goes into I and prints it, and similarly so on till it becomes 23. Okay, so that's how it goes. And do I have a percentage sign? Huh, why is that? Why is a percentage sign getting printed over here? I truly have no idea. Right? Let me put as there's no percentage sign over here. All right. Put as okay, just still that should be accounted for, right? Yeah, this one is right. Let me put print, and then over here and let me just give some two spaces. Where does that percentage sign? Look, if you get percentage sign, or if you don't get it, I can't explain it. I really don't know from where I'm getting the percentage sign. Anybody knowing Ruby? Please, like, explain it to me. Or is it some bug or something like that? Ah, there's no percentage sign here. God. Where do you get that percentage sign? Is it some bug in item or something like that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But anyway, when this video gets published, yeah, I'm going to put this in Ruby forum or something like that, and I'm going to ask it. Okay. Yeah, there is a percentage sign. Yeah. Right. Okay. Fine. Maybe I found some bug. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't mean that, okay, since Ruby is being created by very smart people, there won't be any bugs or something like that. Okay. They will be. Okay. So, so yeah, nobody's ultimately smart or something like that. I might be smart in something, but I could be dumb in something. Okay. So, that's how it is. Okay. So, yeah. So, okay. I think we can finish this entire loops in one video, I just think. Okay, so somehow video lessons are, what to say, faster. Okay, so rather than reading the book and all those stuff. So let's look at this thing called step. Okay, so like, okay, okay, right. Let me just save it. Step.rb, right? Okay, right. So let me now run this one. Okay, step one. Okay, yeah, step.rb is okay. Let me then name it as step.rb, right? Yeah, I'm getting this weird percentage sign printed. So I think it's something to do with, I don't know whether it's something to do with Ruby or not. I'm not sure. Okay, right. Okay. So there is this step.rb, right? And what I'm just doing is like one step 10. That means like from 1 to 10, it will go in step once. Okay, so each time that number has been captured in this I and it's been printed out. Okay, so don't ask me about the percentage. Okay, maybe there's some weird thing in Max that Ruby discovered about the percentage, right? Yeah. So what's the difference between step one and step two? Okay, yeah. Now what I'm just trying to do is I'm going to do step in reverse 10 to step 1. Okay, let's see whether it's going on a negative step. Okay, so this one, let me leave it as step 2, right? Okay, right. Step 2 dot rb, right? I just saved it. Okay, so let's execute it and see what happens. So it's going to go from 10 to 1, or no, right? So what happens is like, yeah, since 1 is less than 10, you can't even take a step. Okay, so that's the thing. So if you want to take backward step, you need to say something more to step function. Okay, so let's try this one, step 3. Okay, so I'll just copy the code, okay, because I don't want all those. But you, like, yeah, you people can leave out the comments, but definitely type the code. Okay, so definitely type the code rather than copying it and pasting it, right? And step 3.rb, right? Okay, and like Ruby and step 3.rb, right? Okay, now it works. Okay, so the reason is like, look, you're saying like how to step. Okay, before usually step takes a default of step 1, that is like forward step 1. Now you're saying like take a backward step. So now Ruby knows that, okay, like look, if I go backward, I can go from 10 to 1, and so it just executes. Okay, so 10, and then if you take minus 1 step, it'll become 9, and 9 goes into I and gets printed. Then it'll become 8, blah blah blah, and so on, so till 1. Okay, so that's how it happens. Okay, so usually in coding, after in every file, like they leave a little line after the last line. Okay, that is a new empty line after the last line. I don't know why, but they do it. Okay, so I'm just following it. But if anybody knows why they do it, yeah, please do put it in comments or something like that. So now, yeah, in the step 4 is what we are just trying to do is like we are only getting the even numbers. Okay, so how to do is like, okay, take 10. And okay, sorry, like let me just use this window. Computer real estate is really costly, right? So we, okay, right, let me just put like step 4, step 4.rb, right? So what we're just doing is we are just doing a trick. Okay, so we just want only the even numbers to be printed out. Okay, right? Step 4, right? Okay, so like, yeah, so we are just putting like, okay, p even numbers. Okay, or we can even put s if at all we want it to look more prettier, right? So that's how it is. So the codes won't be there. Okay, so that's how it is. And okay, so now what we are just doing is like, we first is 10. Okay, so we print 10, and then we take minus 2 steps, so it'll be 8. So if you take minus 2 steps from every even number, or plus 2 steps from every even number, the number is going to be even. Okay, so like we have just put like, okay, even numbers from between 10 and 1, and we have just printed it. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so yeah, and this is what to say, a bit smart trick. Okay, so that's how it is, right? Oh, this is what step 4 or RV, and this is also step 4 or RV. Come on, like I think this should be step 5 or RB, right? Okay, I think I need to look into this error, right? Okay, right. Okay, let me just put it. Okay, so like yeah, so we what we are doing is like okay, 2 to 10 we are just putting, okay, because like this looks odd, right? Like 10 to 2. Okay, so we are just putting 2 to 10 and step 2. So it'll become 2, 4, 6, 8 until 10. So we would have printed even numbers between 1 and 10 successfully. Okay, so that's the thing. Step 5 dot. Okay, so we got it. I don't know what the last percentage sign. Okay, just what to say. Excuse me. Okay, so that's the thing. So yeah, so I've covered about the basic loop. So this would have been some time. So I just want to do the other loops in what to say the next video. And yeah, I'm also getting a call. So anyway, thanks for watching.